Good evening, everyone. What's up? Just ate a satisfying meal. Topped it off some easy desserts. Mr. Hot speaking. Previously, there was a rant on the Alvin and the Chipmunks CGI spin-off of 2015 that was asked for by zackattack1001, and today he's a Skype guest in this video. And today's going to be the sequel to the Alvin and the Chipmunks rant on the TV show that was released a few days ago. And this is also inspired by Tower Tries to 2 is Back because he did a rant on this too. Check out Tower Tries to 2 is Back's channel because he did a rant on this show too, except he did it the day before it came out. Let's recap, shall one? What on earth, Nickelodeon? Why on earth are they making another CGI BS show? No. No, Nickelodeon, don't do this. Nickelodeon must have not been thinking when they thought of this as an idea that would work. This show is bound to fail like most of the other Nicktoons. Yet, pretty much every Nicktoon has failed for the last decade. No, mainly the last 5 years, pretty much every Nicktoon has been pretty much hated by much of Nickelodeon's former viewers, but this show is bound to be probably the most hated of any Nicktoon in existence. This show's probably going to make Fanboy and Chum Chum look watchable. This will probably make Pig-O Banana Cricket seem like a show for the education. But looking at the animation of the show, which wasn't brought up in the previous rant, this is poor animation. It looks even worse than Alvin and the Chipmunks. They don't even look like squirrels at all. They have tails. Look at the animation. They have tails and that's it. Their whole body doesn't even look like a squirrel at all. All the characters have tails. They're basically half squirrel, half human. No, they're humans with squirrel tails. They don't look anything like a rodent. They look more like a 5-year-old. What on earth is this travesty? That looks nothing like Alvin and the Chipmunks, even though the movie did suck. Except for that one character wearing glasses and that other character wearing his red hat. This is not Alvin and the Chipmunks. This is another dumb CGI film, TV show to hit Nickelodeon. And to be honest, Alvin and the Chipmunks was nothing great to begin with.
Yeah.
But what is this? Like, it looks even worse than the movies. And the movies were bad enough. It's like, will someone please just shoot these chipmunks? And worst of all, they're going to be making a movie out of this, too. Ugh. This doesn't seem right at all. They can't do this. Nickelodeon can't do this. They can't make a spin-off out of this show. They can't. And this was a shock. Nobody expected Alvin and the Chipmunks to even come back to TV ever again, except for the horrid movie, travesty of the movies. And why is it Alvin and the Chipmunks? Why on earth is it spelt like that? ALVINNN explanation mark, explanation mark, explanation mark, and the Chipmunks. That was unnecessary, and that's a waste of letters. It's a waste of grammar, literally. Is Nickelodeon that desperate that they would make a spin-off out of Alvin and the Chipmunks, a movie series that's already failed?
Oh my gosh.
This show was supposed to have ended and never come back to TV, and now not only has it came back to TV, not only has it been a show and a movie series, it's now a modern day CGI TV show. And it's what's worse is that it's on Nickelodeon, which is already dead. No more bringing in new shows, Nickelodeon. It's just making matters worse. Ugh, do not watch the show. It looks even worse than the Lucky Charms advertisements. These even look worse than the cereal advertisements from the kids' TV shows. And man, the characters look butt ugly. He just looks like a little ugly little boy. That's all the characters look like. They're basically just little kids that go to school, literally. And that just looks wrong. That doesn't look right for a character to be half chipmunk, half human. No, a human with tails. They're not even half rodent. They're humans with a tail, and that's it. What were they thinking when they made this show? Did they think that this was going to pass? No. This will not fly on Nickelodeon. No exceptions will this ever do well. Guitar Trusser 2 is back can agree, Mr. Catala can agree, and most of one's online friends will agree that this show is bound to fail. And why did it have those female characters? They're even more annoying than the three main characters themselves. And why is the show called Alvin and the Chipmunks? Alvin is a chipmunk. Why isn't it called David and Chipmunks? Fine, the only reason why it's called that is its catchy name. It's basically, even Pig Goat Banana Cricket has a more catchy name than that. Will someone please put these students in detention and please torture them? Not grounded video style, but literally give them spankings and not have them seen to the public again. These characters look even worse than the Fanboy and Chum Chum animation. It's a bunch of ugly looking kids and that's it. No more Alvin and the Chipmunks. The show better not last long. It better be done after the first season. Oh, what else is there to say? This is not a chipmunk. That's a human. It's a little ugly little kid in CGI animation. Blah.
Oh my god. Why couldn't they name it like why couldn't they name it after one of the other characters?
Why is it called Alvin? And why are there 3 N's and 3 exclamation marks? Alvin's name sucks. Alvin is a disgraceful little rodent that sounds like a squeaker. Why does he get an exception to his name? It should just be called Alvin and the Chipmunks Modern Day. That's what it should be called. Alvin, triple N and triple exclamation mark. More like Alvin and the Chipmunks Modern Day version. That's what it should be called. The Modern Day Alvin and the Chipmunks. The long lost cousin to Alvin and the Chipmunks series. That's what this basically is.
Oh my freaking god.
Pig Goat Banana Cricket's better than the show. Breadwinners was much better than this show. Do not watch this show. This show is detrimental to one's health. Even Tyler did a rant on this. Alright, any last thoughts, Mr. Catolic, before one wraps up this rant?
All I have to say is screw this. Screw it.
And there might be another Pig Goat Banana Cricket rant, too.
Yep.
Can Nickelodeon get any worse? Not really, but it kind of is. It is getting worse. But marginally. With that, Alvin and Chipmunks needs to be set on fire and not come back to TV. That's all to say for this rant. See you on the next rant. This is Mr. Hot and Mr. Catolic signing off. Peace out. Yeah, good night.